Hey YouTube, so on today's episode we are talking about the age-old problem of actually capturing your dog at the end of a walk.
To be honest, she was a nightmare at this because I'd try and catch her and she'd be going anywhere but back to me, to the point that you could be like running and trying to get her, and actually it was a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
And it would kind of be like a game of like me going one way, her going another way, and actually we struggled. We really struggled. I'd come into this sort of open space, and as soon as I let her off lead, there was no way within the next hour, 45 minutes, that you were going to get near her again. And if you walked into it, it wasn't like she was going away, she just wasn't coming close, right?
Absolutely. And so what we want to share with you are our top 5 tips on turning this struggle on its head through games.
Now, the first thing that I absolutely loved to play with Easy was ditch the bowl. I ditched the bowl completely and I started to think about where I needed to put the value. Now, straight off from that, I decided that actually the value needed to be in middle, because when the value was in middle, then actively I could reinforce the proximity that I was looking for. So I was looking for proximity close, she was being out there, and this became an area of high reinforcement, high rate of reinforcement, high value reinforcement. I really made sure this was a space she wanted to be, Tom.
Absolutely. And if you want to play middle with your dog and any other proximity games and come close games and recall games, make sure to check out the Sexier Than a Squirrel challenge. You can do that at absolutedogs.me/sexy, and there's an over 70% discount for you as a loyal YouTube subscriber. And also we've got a YouTube episode on teaching your dog to do middle. So there is no excuse, there is only action.
Now, when we think about middle, I also spotted quite early on that Easy was a little bit like anti about being handled in middle. So if you'd go near her, she'd shoot off in the other direction. So my second game was actually being able to hold a harness and feed her, and actually being able to get some level of duration in middle. Hold the harness, feed Easy, hold the harness, feed Easy, and actually get it, allowing her to release out of middle as well, rewarding. And you can see how she's got that layer, get it, nice, super, that twitchiness about her. Don't worry about that twitchiness, kind of work through it, get it, because I think some dogs are very sort of being handled and being grabbed has become part of their life, or they're just very quick to pair, they don't like it. If you have a dog that avoids you sort of going near them or getting hold of them or grabbing them in any way, actually it's not often that you've got a smart dog, basically, is what I'm saying. You've got a clever dog, a smart dog, and a dog who actually realises that might mean off at the end of something. So it might mean they're about to lose something.
Now, the next tip that we've got for you, we like to play with dogs like this, something that we call scatter stations. And effectively what that is, we've got daily food allowance. I'm walking around, I might scatter a bit of daily food allowance, Easy's going to eat it. I might then walk over here, scatter a bit of daily food allowance, Easy's going to eat it. I might walk over here, scatter a bit of daily food allowance, Easy's eating it, I might clip her lead on, we might then walk over here to the next scatter station, scatter and take the lead off. So lead going on becomes actually a non-event, it becomes something that's cool, and because you're not kind of grappling with them and trying to, you know, fiddle with the clip and whatever else, because they've got something to occupy them, it means that actually they find that a less stressful experience as well.
Next thing I might do, and I think this one's really important, Tom, let me have that lead for a second, because I think this is something that so many people forget. Come here. So middle, Supergirl. So I'm going to reward her for just hanging out here for a minute. And you can see that she's definitely aware of being in proximity. And that doesn't mean it's a bad space. It means that you've got information. So there's information there. Now what I would do, get it. What I would also do here at this stage is actually carry on playing once I've popped my lead back on again. Because so many dogs think that the lead being put on is the end of it all. I might go into, ready middle, Supergirl. I might go into some middle on the move, I might go into some pivoting, I might go into any of the other games that my dog already knows from Sexier Than a Squirrel or the Training Academy or any of your other places that you are learning right now. But this for me would be a fantastic way to tell her that the lead going on is just the start of the party. Get it, whether that mean I drop it, get it. I can't even get away from middle these days. Ready, steady, get it. Super. So actually for her, it might mean that I don't even have to pick up the lead. I may pick up the lead, I may let go of the lead. It doesn't need to be a huge deal. And so many people make that a huge deal and the dog becomes very, very lead averse.
Final tip that we've got for you is if you're struggling with this with your dog, you're probably going to want to make sure that you're rehearsing the good stuff and not the bad stuff, which means that for, let's say, 3 weeks, because you can transform any dog training struggle in 3 weeks, for the next 3 weeks, keep them on lead and practice the strategies and games that we've shown you, as well as all of the games that we show you in the Sexier Than a Squirrel online challenge. Then start to introduce periods of off-lead mixing in games again, so that you're practicing the great stuff, you're practicing the good stuff, and the more your dog practices the good stuff and the less they practice the bad stuff, the more they will do the good stuff.
Remember, Game Changers, whatever the dog owning struggle, there's a game for that.
If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to our channel.
And check out our new 25-day online dog training challenge. Watch the videos, play the games, transform your dog owning struggles.
As a loyal YouTube subscriber, you can get a 70% discount through the link in the description below.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to the #1 most transformational dog training podcast on iTunes and Spotify, the Sexier Than a Squirrel podcast.
And remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more live teaching, video content and free training using the links in the description.